Hi guys, welcome to lesson 10, Ratios and Proportional Relationships. Today for part 1, we'll be working on odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. For part 2, we'll also be working on odd number problems 1, 3, 5, 7. For part 3, we'll be working on questions 1 and 2. Okay. So let's move on right away. So calculate the percentages, part 1. For percent problems, I like to present to you a really good, simple way to solving these percentage problems. So to set it up, we'll have to understand the relationships. So we're finding out the 10% of 50. And since we're trying to find, that's the objective of this question, we'll put n because we don't know a variable to replace the unknown number. This problem indicates that 100% of 50 is just 50. So knowing this information, we can create an equation. So 10 is equal to n, 100 is also equal to. So what is 10% out of 50? This is what the equation is presenting. So now that we've created our equation, we just need to solve it. So we'll first simplify. Cross this one out. Get 5 times 1, cross multiply. Cross multiplying is when you're multiplying the top left with the bottom right, and the bottom right with the top, and the bottom left with the top right. So cross multiply. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times n is n. So 10% of 50 is 5. Let's move on to question number 3. Calculate 15% of 200. So using the equation, the format that you've just learned, we can substitute the information in and solve right away. Simplify. 2 times 15 is 30 times n, 30. Number 5. Find 5% of 300. Simplify. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times n is n. 5% of 300 is 15. Moving on to question number 7. What is 30% of 90? 30 over 100. 90 over n. Simplify. Also giving you a warning, you can't simplify the 3 with the 9, since these two will be interacting with each other by cross multiplying. Simplifying this number would cause issues and confusion within your answer, so don't do that. You can simplify it in a parallel manner, since they hold a special relationship, or just with the fraction itself. So after we simplify, cross multiply, 9 times 3 is 18, is 27. 1 times n is n. 30% of 90 is 27. Number 9, 20% of 70. 100 equals 70. And cross it out. 7 times 2 is 14. 1 times n is n. 20% of 70 is 14. Okay, moving on to part 2. Solve percentages with context. So we'll be doing the odd numbers. A jacket costs $60 and is on sale for 25% off. What is the sale price? So here this equation is asking not for how much is the sale, but what's the price after we have applied the sale onto the discount onto the original cost. So to find it out, we have to first find out how much is 25% off of $60. We'll use the same equation. 25 over 100 is equal to n over 60. Simplify 1 and 4. 4n equals 60. N equals 15. So 25% of $60 is $15. The sale price, the new price, we'll have to find out by subtracting the $15 from the original price of 60. That'll get us 60 minus 15 is $45. The new sale price, is $45. Remember to read the question thoroughly so you don't make any mistakes of circling the wrong answer. Okay, number 3, 18% of 90. This one is like part 1. Very simple. Simplify, simplify, simplify. So I'll just leave it like this. This is much easier to divide with 10 than any other numbers. So 10n equals 18 times 9 is 72. 9 plus 7 is 16. 162. 162 divided by 10 is, move the decimal point by 1. You get 16.2 as your answer. Okay, number 5. 60% of 150. 60 out of 100 equals 150. Then simplify, simplify. 15 times 6 is 90. 90 equals, and 60% of 150 is 90. Number 7. If 45 is 15% of a number, what is the number? So this one is also asking for the original cost, original number of, so it's asking for the 100%. Right now we're given 15% of the number is 45. To find the 100%, we can use the same equation I showed you earlier. Just input the different information depending on what you're provided with. So 15% is equal to 45 out of the original number n. Using this new equation, we can solve. So simplify 5 out of 5 is gonna be, this is gonna be 3 and 9. 100 times. Let's divide this actually. It's just gonna be 3 and 20. 45 times 20 is 45 times 2, 10, 6, 8, 90. 90 equals 3n. 30 equals n. Dividing both sides by 3, we found out the original number was 30. Oops, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. This is 200, so the original number should be 300. The original number is 300. Out of 300, 15%. So we found out the original number. Nice job. Let's move on to part 3, word problems. We'll be working on number 1 and 2. So Emma scored 90% on a test with 50 questions. How many questions did she answer correctly? She got a pretty high score of 90% on a 50 question test. So we don't know how many questions she got right out of 50, so we'll put n over 50. And she got 90%, so n indicates 90%, but we don't know how much, so we'll now solve the equation. Simplify. 5 times 9 is 45, and she got 45 questions correct. Okay, number 2. Last question. A sweater costs $80 with 30% off. What is the discount amount? So with 30% off, the sweater costs $80. How much is, what is the discount amount? And for 80. Because it cost with 30% off. You don't know the original cost. Oh wait, this is asking, the original cost was 80. This is asking how much would it be after you put the discount. So to get that, we divide, simplify it. 8 times 3 is 24. 1 times n is n. The discount amount is $24. So the answer is 24. Nice job. We have finished our worksheet for today. It'll be very good practice if you try working out the other practice problems for this concept. It's pretty fresh and new, and it can be used in many real life situations, and it's very important. Well, thank you for listening, and see you next time.